Hi, I'm Kara Ritchie. I am a holistic nutritionist in the Bay Area. I work with clients one-on-one and distance and local. So yesterday I started talking about, can you get skinny with fats? And the short answer was yes. If you want more information on that, that scope is already down. Go ahead and go to my bio, my website, email me, and I'll be happy to share that with you. So I want to talk about digestion. A lot of people don't even think about it, and if you have improper digestion, you cannot lose weight. You're just going to get fatter and fatter and inflamed. So let's first say digestion is north to south, starts in the brain, ends in the tush. So we've got that going. And from a nutritionist point, the big organs that I look at it functioning properly are stomach, gallbladder, and pancreas. All those need to be functioning properly to facilitate weight loss. You can eat it's not like you can eat everything you want, but you can. It'll be that those goals will come easier, the inflammation will come down. So, excuse me. So those are it. And if you really think about it, you need proper nutrients in order to lose weight. If you're missing nutrients, it causes more appetite. So if you think of it this way, every cell of every tissue of every organ relies on proper digestion to get the nutrients it needs. So, digestion's key. That's the first thing I correct with people. Hi from San Ramon. I am in San Ramon too. So, first thing we look at is brain. Real quick, you need to be relaxed. They always talk about eating in the car and the fast food, and it's less, oh, thank you for the hearts, I really appreciate it. It's less about the fast food. Fast food is terrible. But the digestion part, what's really breaking down is that you are anxious. How can you drive and eat at the same time? There's nothing relaxing about it. There's no enjoyment. So that's the first thing, is relaxing. And I always think, you think old school, they used to pray before meals. I'm not so much the praying, but it's taking a couple deep breaths and going from there. It's causing you to relax, allows the brain to work and the mouth to work and chew slower. So talking about the stomach. Hi, how are you? A lot of people are talking about acid reflux. They're saying, I have acid reflux, I have too much acid. I have never seen a case where somebody has too much acid. They actually have too low of acid, and it's causing, hi from Turkey, it's causing acid reflux. And let me explain that. You eat your food, you chew it really well, it's in the stomach, your body releases acid, the mucosal lining. So that acid starts breaking down the food. If your acid's too low, it's not breaking the food down enough. It's fermenting. So it's maldigested foods. It's like big particles of food. You got proteins and fats and carbohydrates, and they're just sitting there swelling and fermenting. So if you actually put food in a blender, spit it in a couple times, let it sit in a warm area, it swells up. So that's what's happening. So there's enough acid to burn your esophagus, but not enough acid to digest the food. One of the problems this causes is you hear a lot about leaky gut, and some people say it's not real. They're actually in the medical community that they're finding it's real. It's those large particle of foods. They're creating holes in the stomach, and they break through. Those holes in that food that gets through the large particles actually creates food intolerances and inflammation. So you see a lot of those big guts, but they're not eating much. That's inflammation, that's leaky gut. So the next thing you're looking at is when it hits the right acid expression, and most people it's not, it doesn't drop in the small intestines until you eat more. It forces it down. And that's when the gallbladder releases. If it's not the proper acid expression, the gallbladder doesn't release bile to digest fats, and the pancreas does not release pancreatic juices to digest the rest of the carbohydrates and protein. So this causes a huge problem through the body. So all these maldigested foods are carrying parasites, toxins, nothing good. And these actually cause a lot of other dysfunction. Dysbiosis, which is a bacteria, it can be bacteria, it can be bugs, it can be anything. And those critters actually get hungry. They encourage you to eat more. They want you to keep feeding them. And it's an uncontrollable. Have you ever gotten up late at night and you've eaten dinner and just uncontrollable urge for sweets or carbohydrates? They love that stuff. So, how do you stop eating when I'm always hungry? Are you just always hungry because you're a young guy, or are you always hungry because you have issues? When you're growing, you're supposed to be hungry. I look at my kids, they're 16, they're always hungry. There's not an issue. That's what they do. But for us adults who are overweight and a constant appetite, then you have to look at possible dysfunctions, bugs, bacteria, different things. You're 17. Yeah. So no, this is more about adults. Or you sometimes, actually I had a client who was a 5-year-old girl who had a ferocious appetite. She never got full. And I don't diagnose or treat anything, but she tested really well for some supplements that actually kill parasites. After a week on that, her appetite went away. So she was a normal appetite. So those are the things you need to think about, and they're really key for weight loss. I'm going to keep going on different ways to help encourage the body for weight loss, and towards the end I'm going to talk about food. What foods, what diets. I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of different programs and where you're at. So I hope this was informative. If you have any other questions, go to my bio, my website. There's a contact form. Go ahead and email me a question. If it's short and brief, I'd be happy to answer it. Take care and have a great day.